Today I fucked up by trying to negotiate my raise with work. So after seeing a post on Reddit about how it should be okay to talk about your pay with your employer, I got the courage to do just that. It was my 90-day review last week, and that means I get a jump in my pay. I always go over the top with most my jobs and do a lot of extra stuff because I don't like to stand around too much. Makes the day go by slow. I come in early to set up for the day, which isn't my job, and I stay after to clean up, which isn't my job. Now some of you might think I'm doing someone else's job, but they didn't have anyone hired for setting up and cleaning up. So when I started working there it was an absolute mess. I've got many comments from other employees and even the boss on how good the place looks. I get called into the office for my 90-day review and am told I'll get a standard $1 raise. It didn't sit right with me because I've literally made a positive impact on that place to the point everyone noticed. My work ethic and motivation to improve the work environment there has been proven. I voice my opinion on the matter by asking if the raise was negotiable. My supervisor looks at me with surprise and with a pause begins to laugh, which insults me more because I'm serious and wasn't laughing. I plead my cause with everything I've done and that I'd like a $2 raise. After seeing I was serious, he lost the laughter and got a little more serious and said the pay raise is not negotiable. I then asked if he got to negotiate his pay when he started, which hit a nerve because I was told to get out of his office. My hours have been cut since then and I'm going to have to start looking for a new job. Oh well. Too long didn't read, decided to negotiate my pay raise with supervisor, leading to my hours being cut and losing job. Sucks. I'd have taken the dollar and stopped doing all of the extra work. You have to let them see what you're worth. Sounds like a job you don't really need to be at. Find something different where you're better appreciated. I don't know, they've only been there 90 days, $1 is pretty reasonable. I've seen lots of people be good at their job out of the gate and then suck afterwards. Better approach would be to talk about what future raises might look like if they continue to knock it out of the park. The 90 mark probably isn't the best time to negotiate a raise. You should have waited for a yearly review. You're still new and just made it out of the trial period. While it wasn't wrong to try to negotiate, asking the boss if they were able to negotiate is a fairly large mistake. You, the new employee, just criticized your employer. For most employers this would be a huge red flag. If you are criticizing them this early in your employment, they might decide you are not worth the future headaches you could cause. Also, asking for 200% of the standard raise might also be an issue depending on employer. Agreed, the 90-day mark is not the time, annual reviews are. I'm a boss at a very large company, not a high up, but I run a team of about 24 team members, in which I'm responsible for conducting their job dialogues and giving wage changes. One crappy thing, and this is not knowing where you work, is we have raised caps of 5% for annuals, and more wiggle room when giving promotions to supervisory positions, trainers, purchasers, etc. So your middle-of-the-road employee may receive a 3 to 4% increase and higher-end employees get the full 5%. Shitty thing is that in the end it's pretty insignificant. I try to give the most I can to all my team members. It isn't my money to begin with. The only exceptions in this are team members that consistently struggle and don't adjust when trying to mentor them. Just going at face value and assuming you really are standing out the way you're presenting, I would say for a 90-day review it may have been best to accept that, assuming $1 is most likely about 5% of your base pay. Although 90 days is a decent length of time, really want to establish that as who you are over a little bit longer of a time frame. Do believe if it played out the way you're saying, your supervisor handled it like shit. If you're a good team member, I would explain the pay structure to you to paint a better picture. It's also on me as a leader to help the team member understand wage raises and limitations. I'm sure you'll land on your feet if you really are an above and beyond employee like you were saying. Would take you on in a heartbeat, if you are the person you're saying you are. Good luck, my friend, Shartnado. Mark it down as a life experience. Most companies don't give a shit about their employees, so just do the bare minimum. All you can about this is possibly complain higher up the chain. Today I fucked up by checking my banking statement. Just a little history. Hubby and I have been married 29 years now, with a lot of financial struggles throughout. We're soulmates, so we powered through and have finally gotten to be financially stable. Indeed, a bit better than just stable. I got a letter from the IRS stating I should check to see if I got my TIFU payment. If I don't get it in the next 7 days, I should contact them. So, of course, immediately checked and saw a payment to a jewelry company. Oops, I think I just ruined his Valentine's Day surprise to me. The most we've been able to afford for Valentine's Day over the years is a steak dinner. I'm all giddy with anticipation, but a little disappointed in myself for finding out, too. That's what I get for being still so worried about our finances that I even cared about this stimulus check. Semicolon too long didn't read, checked bank statement, ruined V-Day surprise from hubby of 29 years. Update, well, I did not get a present yesterday. But today, FedEx dropped a package off and he immediately opened it and handed the bag inside to me. It was about a day I fucked up a silver necklace with a heart. The heart has 5 pink stones on one side, and the other side is just the silver. It's gorgeous. It also came with a small box of solid milk chocolate balls, but I'm allergic, so is he, so I think that part was just part of their V-Day promotion. I love it! Exclamation mark. Update 2, I was wrong about the number of stones. I have really bad eyesight and can only see the dark pink stones, but I took a photo and blew it up, because my daughter says that one side is all stones. She's right. It's various shades of pink. Really loving it even more. It'll be more fucked up if you don't get jewelry tomorrow. It could be a Joni Mitchell CD. I honestly thought this was gonna be a lot worse, haha. Enjoy the surprise. They are soulmates, she's getting the jewelry. You guys are crazy. Thank you. Enjoy your evening, I wish you all the luck of this world. We need an update. Today I fucked up by not locking my computer and sending sexual emails to a lecturer. So this actually happened 10 years ago when I was in college, in the UK. After spending 3 or 4 hours writing essays on one of the college computers, I decided to take a break to go get a coffee and stretch my legs. My friends were on the computers around me and I didn't want someone else to take the computer I was using, so I didn't log off when I left. 2 hours later, I sit down in my geology lecture and get out my books. The lecturer walks in and starts speaking. Before I start today, I'd like to show you an interesting email I received earlier today. Usually I would have to report such an email, however it had some poetic license I enjoyed. He paused and looked at me before continuing. My name, I think you might want to come to the front and read this out for everyone else. Feeling very uncomfortable, I slowly made my way to the front and started to read out loud. Hi, lecturer's name. Just thought I'd let you know that I've got a massive cock with extra long pubes that I like to dread and call it Knob Marley. Yours sincerely, my name. I turned to see my friends pissing themselves laughing. Too long didn't read. My friends emailed the lecturer and give my penis the name Knob Marley. Knob Marley made my fucking day. We would always just change the background, starting page of the browser, and a lot of favorites to either gay porn, grannies or bukkake. Ha 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 ha. At my old work we would do this all the time. I worked in IT and every time we find the computer unlocked and the user is nowhere near it, we send out emails shaming them. Well, I found one and it was a supervisor that forgot to lock her laptop. I sent an email about how she fell in love with one of the other supervisors and is professing her love to management to be aware of the situation and she would be resigning soon. Turns out she's actually gay and the dude that I chose is married. She got a flood of emails from upper management congratulating her on her newfound love and couldn't figure out why the hell she was getting these emails. Turns out one of the groups I sent it to also had our division bosses included as part of the group. Found out a week later they have been having fun with her and she thought she got hacked. I almost lost my life from her while the rest of management was patting me on the back for breaking the monotony of their meeting that day. Apparently management was having a meeting and everyone in the meeting was laughing their ass off when they all received the same email. This is pretty extreme and the subject matter of your prank emails can get you in trouble with HR. but it's actually not a terrible way to reinforce the importance of cybersecurity. Everyone yawns and nods through emails and training about phishing, using random USB drives, but they'll really pay attention when it happens to them. Oh, I've done it a lot. My friends and I would always prank each other when someone left their computer unlocked. The email was a classic, except we would send it to every contact on the victim's list. Oh boy, smiley face.